A coalition of 23 U.S. states and the District of Columbia has launched a legal challenge against former President Donald Trump's administration over its decision to temporarily halt billions of dollars in federal grants and loans. The states argue the move violates constitutional principles and risks disrupting essential public services. The dispute began after the White House ordered a sweeping review of federal spending to align funds with its policy priorities, prompting backlash from state leaders. Earlier this week, government agencies and organizations relying on federal support faced uncertainty as a nationwide freeze on funding was scheduled to take effect. However, a federal judge intervened, temporarily blocking the pause until further review. The judge's order requires agencies to clarify which programs would be impacted and report back, allowing funding to continue flowing in the short term. The Office of Management and Budget, OMB, which oversees federal spending, directed agencies to identify financial assistance programs for evaluation. In a statement, the OMB criticized the use of taxpayer money for policies it deemed politically driven, specifically mentioning initiatives related to social equity, gender identity, and environmental reforms. It described these programs as wasteful and called for a shift toward what it labeled more effective priorities. State leaders opposing the freeze called it dangerous and unlawful, warning it could destabilize critical services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. The lawsuit claims the administration bypassed legal procedures required to alter federal funding and failed to justify the sudden pause. Arizona, New York, and Rhode Island are among the states leading the challenge, arguing the move oversteps executive authority and harms public trust. The Trump administration defended the review, stating it aims to ensure taxpayer dollars support policies outlined in recent executive orders. These include promoting fossil fuel production, revising immigration rules, and ending diversity-focused programs in federal agencies. The White House stressed the freeze would not affect direct public benefits like Social Security, Medicare, or food assistance. However, reports of technical issues affecting Medicaid systems on the day the freeze was announced caused confusion, though officials clarified the problems were unrelated. Legal experts highlight the case raises questions about the limits of presidential power over federal spending. While the White House insists the review is a routine exercise to improve efficiency, critics argue it weaponizes bureaucracy to advance partisan goals. The court's temporary hold applies only to existing grants and loans, meaning new funding requests could still face delays pending the administration's evaluation. The outcome of the lawsuit could set a precedent for how future administrations manage federal funds, particularly during transitions of power. State attorneys general have increasingly used collective legal action to counter federal policies in recent years, reflecting deepening political divides over the role of government. As the case proceeds, stakeholders from healthcare providers to environmental groups await clarity on how the funding pause, if reinstated, might affect their operations. The court has requested detailed documentation from federal agencies by next week, which could reveal the scope of programs under scrutiny. For now, the judge's intervention offers temporary relief to states and organizations reliant on federal support. However, the broader debate over balancing fiscal oversight with stable governance remains unresolved, underscoring tensions between state and federal authority in the U.S. Stay informed about how government decisions impact your community. Follow us for updates on this developing story and more. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest news and insights.